Okay, greetings, patriots, starseeds, light workers, and of course our brave military and galactic brothers and sisters. Welcome to 1776 United, and we are in a worldwide and galactic revolution. Now, I got some breaking news here, stuff that I've been trying to analyze and listening to some top minds around the world and analysts, and this is what we have basically come up with. Our commander-in-chief has the Epstein's list. He's got it in his mitts, and he's keeping it in his mitts. And I'm going to tell you why. He has got every name, every three-letter agency, every country, or heads of state in every country on that list. So what would you do if you were a tactical, smart businessman? You'd be making deals, wouldn't you? And that's exactly what he's doing. He's given them a clause, no clause situation. Israel doesn't run the United States. Trump runs Netanyahu. Trump runs Israel. Trump runs every country on the planet except Russia, Iran, and of course China. Now, Iran, because there's so many suspects that are involved in some heinous bullshit crimes, they want to send over sleeper cells and do whatever they can to take our commander-in-chief out. Of course, he's failed or foiled them many times. But you can bet one thing for sure. Every heads of state is shaking in their boots. Now, this list goes back a long, long ways, and some heads of state aren't in office anymore, but they're alive, and they're going to be dealt with because they got really nothing to offer. And I think, personally, they've already been dealt with. This list is absolutely massive. The list starts over decades, maybe going back as far as 1947. Okay. What at one time was held and owned by Israel, because they were the blackmailers. Okay, let's back all this up. Let's back this up to the Khazarian mafia out of eastern Ukraine that first took over identities of Israeli heads of state. Okay, that were probably working in line with other oligarchies at that time. You can see why Hitler was trying to take them out. He wasn't trying to take out the Jewish. He was trying to take out the Khazarian mafia. And it just so happened that, that just wasn't one of his enemies at that time. It was, there was Russia and many enemies he had. He wanted to take it all. But he was really very concerned for the spreading of this evil. So, moving forward, in order to take over a country, you needed to get dirt on the heads of state of that particular country. And over 40, 50, 60, 70 years, they managed to pretty much take it all from every heads of state, because these heads of state would be lured into islands that would put them in positions of compromise. And of course, they were all recorded. And then they had them. And since Trump came to office and he busted Epstein, at that time when Trump came in, Israel at that time should have pulled the plug on everything and should have pulled Epstein back to MI6, right? But he never. Trump's intelligence did the very thing. They got Epstein as soon as he flew into New York. Okay? And that's when they had him. Now, they arrested him, put him in jail. I think they faked his death because they're still pulling information out of him. This guy's got decades and decades of information. It's going to probably take decades to get it out of him. Okay? But they have the list. It's a huge list. Now, there is a list out there right now that's just starting to break ground. The hacker, a young hacker that has got it, I've got the list. Everybody's got the list that's on Telegram. And it's there. But that's just part of the list. That's not everything. Island Boy, when his code name is Island Boy, said that, he says, I picked all this off the island, I'm just bringing it to shore. That was his only quote. And then he started releasing all these names. And I got flies flying around here. Sorry. But I can, certainly take all this information and send it out, but, that's not really the point. The point is that everybody's on it. So, I guess what our search would be is that who's not on it, right? But Trump has it all, and he has the planet by the balls. That's the only thing I can say. And they're going to do exactly what he tells them to do. He's not going to let the list go. He's not going to give you the names by him, release the names until they're convicted. Or else they're going to run and go hide in some deep underground military dump. And then we're going to have to chase them down. Nah. This is the art of war. The art of war is doing it exactly how Trump is doing it. This is absolutely brilliant. How one man can bring down the whole planet, right, of corruption. All these evil pricks out there, they're done. And you know what's been going on with the arrests and trials and tribunals and executions. Those are just low-hanging fruit. They are the puppets, the heads of state that were run by the wizards behind the curtain. Trump's after the wizards behind the curtains now. He's going to get them all. And you're going to see names. I mean, I'm looking at names on this list that never even heard of them. But they're there. And I think he's going to have it all cleaned up 100%. This isn't going to go away for anybody. So all you people that are out there, patriots and otherwise, are screaming, blue murder, let's see the list, let's see the list. He'll bring it out in dribbles and drabbles as they are convicted and executed or serve time or however they're going to be sentenced. Then he'll release the names. I want you all to figure out or think about something here right now. It has taken, a couple of 100 years to walk ourselves into this fiasco we're living in right now? You didn't even know you were a slave. Most of you still don't. It's taken decades upon generations to get you fixated and not thinking or thinking that everything's normal. You think we're just going to start, Trump's just going to say, boom, it's all going to change just overnight. No. It's like the old proverbial saying, he's going to boil the frog slowly. And now he has to turn the heat down or turn the heat off slowly. So if it takes that many years to come in, although we're going faster than, than another 4 or 5 generations, we're going to get her done in a couple of years. We've been working on this thing since 2016, so that's 9 years now. And I think 10 years is probably you're going to start seeing a lot of things happening. But I think everything that's coming together, I think you're going to see it this summer, this fall, and into the winter. It's just going to get better and better and better. Now, I know everybody wants to see the med beds and wants to get their RVs going and stuff like that, and that's great. But, you have to understand we're in a wartime scenario right now. And all these criminal actors that are out there are shaking in their boots because they don't know if they're on the list or not. But they do know if they were on Epstein Island. Now, this was something that was created by Israel, but stolen back by the global alliance. Trump has it in his possession. And he's just playing with people's minds right now. And all kinds of accusations are going all over the place. It's like freaking fireworks out there. But the only one that makes sense is the one I'm laying out for you right now. Okay? Just everybody watch how things unfold here. Trump is in total command of everything. And if he's doing something that you might not agree with, or maybe a whole bunch of other patriots and mega people might not agree with him, and they're turning their nose up at him or demonizing him, just remember one thing. He's in that position and he's doing the things he's doing to give freedom back to humanity. So how he plays this thing out, let him play it out. The reveal is going to come slowly. Look how much we have revealed in the last, since 2020. Look how much everybody's come along. We would never be talking about this stuff 4 or 5 years ago. But we're talking about it now. And some are waking up a lot faster and analyzing it a lot quicker than others. And it's my job, because I've been summoned by God to my Creator through my intuitions to break this stuff, to break it open and explain it to everybody as best as I can. But I think we're just watching this whole thing play out. Yes, it's part of a movie, but there's also actual real events and collateral damage happening too. Yeah, so we have to grin and bear it, and no matter what Trump is doing, he's on your side. Okay? He's fighting for everybody, even the clowns. I'm talking about the crazies, because he's hoping he's going to get them into med beds and get them straightened out. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, that's my take on it. Everybody have a beautiful day, and we'll see you on the next one.